Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. How are y'all doing today on this beautiful Saturday evening? Today has been a really good day. Today's been a really chill day. I decided to take like some time for myself, and go to the movies. I saw Black Widow. Okay, y'all know how I love Marvel movies. Okay, so I saw Black Widow. That was a good movie. And then I'm like, you know what? Treat yourself again. Have some sushi. So I had me some sushi for dinner. Mm, no, I'm kidding. But today's been a great day. I hope you guys are enjoying your day. So let's get into it. We are here for the review of Siesta Key. Okay, this is season 4. What is it? Season 4, episode 8. That girl is lost. So we all know what happened. Ooh, this piece of hair. Lord Jesus. Okay. Okay. So we are still regrouping from, what happened last week's episode of Siesta Key. Um, I feel like I feel like if you're doing any reality show, I feel like if you are doing any kind of reality TV show, you need to sign something to where it says you cannot say anything until after the season has aired, because these people, they are just airing out stuff left and right, up and down, loop de loops and everything. They are just throwing stuff out, you know. Sam, who's Juliet's boyfriend, saying how, the whole fight was, set up and everything like that, and all this other stuff. And then you have Kelsey saying stuff and Juliet saying stuff. It's like, these people need to sign a contract. Say what y'all got to say after the season is over, not during, because we all know. We all know about reality TV. We all know. And here's my thing. To you fans out there, y'all need to, like, get a grip. Seriously, get a grip. It is not serious. Y'all are doing the absolute most. Y'all are saying hateful things toward these people, being rude, being disrespectful, and it's like, come on now. It's reality TV. It's set up. Everything is set up for these people to do something. Like, it's a setup. The producers are in these people's ears. You need to do this, or they're setting up stuff. It's fake. Y'all, chill out. Like, oh my gosh. And then we all know Sam didn't buy the island. We all know that. Okay, any reality TV show, you know that it's the network that pays for whatever trip these people go on. Okay, like, come on now. He did not buy this island. No, MTV and Viacom pay for this trip. He ain't pay for nothing. Okay, he ain't buy the island. No. Okay, so get out of here with that. Like, y'all really need to get a grip. And then throughout this whole episode, not each cast member, well, yeah, technically, Kelsey, Amanda, Madison, um, Garrett, I think, BG, everybody, like, narrated the episode. Okay, we all know Juliet is the narrator of the episode. But y'all, I guess y'all haven't been watching Siesta Key for a long time. Y'all probably new to the channel. But y'all do remember in season 1 of Siesta Key, every cast member was narrating an episode of Siesta Key. Y'all seem to forgot that. Y'all just thought Juliet was, like, narrating the whole show. No. Juliet didn't start narrating until, like, I think season 2. Juliet, no. No. I think it was like later half of season 2. Later half of season 2 or something. And then to the rest on, she's been narrating the show. But y'all literally forgot in season 1. The whole season, everybody narrated an episode of Siesta Key. But now y'all saying, ew, why is Kelsey narrating this episode? Why is Kelsey, ew, I'm not going to watch the show if Kelsey's narrating the show. Like, seriously, y'all need to get a grip. Grow up and get a grip. It's reality TV. Take everything with a grain of salt. Okay, let's get into it. So, season 4, episode 8, That Girl is Lost. So, like I said, we begin with the dramatic opening of the show, okay? It's all quiet on the island. And there's the voiceovers, playing in the background of the whole fight that happened and everything like that. So everyone is watching Juliet and Sam get escorted out the island because production, told everybody, look here, we ain't gonna tolerate violence, so Juliet and Sam, you need to leave the island. And that was already right then and there. Y'all should have known in your head, why is Sam leaving the island? Because he bought the island. He didn't buy the island. No. MTV did. MTV and Viacom did. So the producers told Juliet and Sam that they need to leave. Kelsey said that she found out from the showrunner telling her that they need to leave. And so almost all of their other friends left except for Amanda, Camilla, and everybody else. They are still on the island. But everybody else, including Sam and Juliet, their whole little, her other friends, Hannah and everybody else, they are gone from the island. So everybody's regrouping from the island and they're talking about it. And Camilla and Amanda, they're talking about it. They say how, Juliet, shouldn't have acted the way that she acted. She could have handled it a lot better. And that Amanda was like, there's something in Juliet's brain that tells her, to, attack, and she sees red, and it's like she needs to hold herself accountable for stuff. And that wasn't the right way to handle it. And then you have Camilla saying that, yeah, I feel bad, I pushed someone in the pool, and it's like alcohol, makes you do things and everything like that. And so Camilla feels bad about what she did. And then Max and Kelsey, they talk about the situation, and of course Kelsey is upset by it because she once considered Juliet a best friend of hers. And so Kelsey asks, Max, like, have you ever had any feelings towards Juliet? And he was like, no, like, we all hung out, and it's like when you're in a big group of people, like, I talked to everybody, but you were the girl that I, liked and that I went to be with, and so I never had any feelings towards Juliet ever. So they established that. Okay, great. Move on. So then people are, checking up on Kelsey, seeing how she's doing. One person in particular is Kara. Kara checks in on Kelsey, which was odd. Like, why are you checking up on me? I don't like you. Like, you don't like me. You call me, SpongeBob with fake lip injections. Like, why are you talking to me? But for Kara was like, I know that we're not on the right foot, but it's like, I feel bad about what happened, and like no one deserved to, have their hands put on someone. It's like, that's not cool. And so with Kelsey, her and Kara talk about it, and Kara says that she has her own experience with Juliet. And so they flash back in season 2 when Kara arrived, and how Juliet did not like Kara because she was Alex's ex, and at that time Juliet was with Alex, and Kara's flirting with Alex. And Juliet, I think they showed a clip where Juliet was like, you know what, you're half deaf, half blind, but more stupid, to Kara, which was kind of rude. But it's like she knows how, rude Juliet can be. But then they also talk about like how, Sam doesn't hold Juliet accountable for her actions. He doesn't talk to her and tell her how, how she's acting and everything like that. And they're saying like, oh, okay, yeah, he just like sugarcoats her with like private jets and trips and everything like that. And it's like, they can't see Juliet with a guy, with a normal, like, everyday guy. And I mean, was Alex like her first boyfriend? Like, for real, like, was Alex like Juliet's first boyfriend? And they've been together for all this time, and was she with a quote unquote everyday guy? And what they mean by everyday guy, someone who's not rich. Basically, that's what they're saying. An everyday guy is someone who's not rich. So that's what they think. Like, can Juliet be with someone who is not rich? Be with someone who has like a 9-to-5 job? Like, can she be with someone like that? But they're saying like how Sam, doesn't hold her accountable and doesn't talk to her about like her actions and everything like that. And they say like how Juliet has yes people around her, who they said are her blonde entourage, and they don't hold her accountable for anything. They just go along for the trips and everything like that. Basically freeloading off of Sam and everything like that. Which it's everybody's opinion. It's like it's whatever, you know, and I like always thought about that. I'm like, you have all this, you have money and everything like that. You come for money. Like, are people really your friends because of genuinely like who you are as a person, or do they just like you for your money and like, oh, let me get close to this guy. Let me use him for his, let me get this free so and so and so and so. Like, just a thought that pops in my mind. But they talk about it and they say like, are these people like Julie genuinely friends with Juliet, or are they just with her because of who she's dating? So what else? What else happened? So we get Madison. This can honestly be Madison's last season. To be honest, I mean, she could have left last season. I mean, girl, you got the man. Your life seems good. Why are you still on the show? I mean, it's just like this running thing with her and Ish and this age thing, and not like dismissing her, mental illness, what she has with anxiety and, dealing with depression. She talks with Serena, and they've gotten close because of the conversation she's having with Ish and getting to know her. And she tells Serena, it's hard dealing with Ish, he's gone and everything like that. And, Serena tells her, gives her like words of affirmation with like a mirror, say something good about yourself and everything like that. But honestly, this can be Madison's last season. This can be Madison's last season. She could have left season 3. Same thing with Garrett. We can talk about Garrett. Garrett doesn't have to come back next season. Because he doesn't add anything now. He really didn't add anything in the first season. But him and Kenna, they're in love and everything like that. And so he sees Kara walking on the beach. And so he's like, yeah, I need to go talk to Kara. And she said, yeah, you can do that. So he talks to Kara, and, in voiceover, said was that Garrett thought that they left off on a good foot because of the letter that he written to her. You guys remember the letter he wrote to her in season 3, I think. Season 3, he wrote her a letter. And he thought everything was great, but then, well, Kara thought everything was great, but then come back on an island. He's saying how she's giving her so much anxiety and everything like that, dealing with what he's going through. And Kara was like, can you please give me examples of how like I've done that to you? And they, Viacom shoot. The one thing about Viacom always like pulls out receipts like this, and this, and this, and this. They started pulling back a whole bunch of, examples from season 2 when they were together, and he's like, they just go through it when he was touching her thigh, and she was like, can you please stop that, because like you're squeezing my thigh and I told you not to do that again, but you're still doing that, talking about the nose job, and her making him feel bad about being a boyfriend and showing her love and everything like that, and her not accepting it. And they're just running down the list, and she was like, you know what, back then I wasn't thinking about it, I wasn't in a good space, around that time. I just found the bad in everything, and it was like I never really appreciated you, and I never really loved you at that time, and I feel bad about it. So they make up, which was great. And she says that it's her last day on the island, so she leaves with her boyfriend Mike, and yep, she's gone back to Siesta Key. What else happens? Oh, Tate and Amanda. I love Amanda. I always said this. Amanda was my girl. Amanda was my girl since season 1. Amanda just didn't care about anything. She was just this free-spirited, having fun type of girl. And I love Amanda. She's one of my favorites. And I was so happy that they made her finally into a freaking cast member. Like, my God. After all these seasons, y'all finally made her into a cast member. But her and Tate, they look cute together. I don't know if they're together in real life, but they talk about past relationships, and he talks about how he hasn't dated anybody in years because He found out that his girlfriend was cheating on him at the time, and he has trust issues. And same thing with Amanda. She has trust issues as well, and it takes her a minute to warm up to people, and vice versa. And so, they are in it. They're in it, and so they do their little handshake or whatever. And so later on that day, another thing I'm tired of. I'm tired of this Brandon and Camilla. I'm over it. I'm sick of it. I'm over it. Move on. Get a grip. Move on. Camilla and Brandon. I'm gonna just hurry up and get this over because I'm sick of it. Brandon and Camilla, they talk about the situation, and you know, Camilla was like, "I don't want to see you anymore. I don't want to see you anymore. Every time I leave a door open, a crack for you a little bit, you just bust it down and just break my heart." And so she's like, "I don't want to see you again. So it is what it is. Goodbye." So that situation happened. Like I said, I don't care. I'm over it. Move on from each other. Move on. So we get this scene with Joe. Joe and oh, what's the girl's name? Joe and it starts with an S. Yeah, I'll figure it out. But Joe and Kelsey's friend. So they have a conversation, and um she tells Joe that she wants to commit. She's ready to be in a relationship, and she wants to be in a relationship. That's what she wants. But Joe was like, "Look here, I'm not ready for that, and so, you know, I don't want to lead you on or anything like that, but right now I'm just not ready for that." And she cries and she says that she wants to leave the island, so she leaves the island. Let me see if I got everything. Okay, let's get towards the end. So it's the last day on the island, and so everybody's dancing, everybody's having fun. Camilla and Jordana, they talk it out, and Jordana was absolutely correct. We are adults. We need to have mature conversations. We need to talk with our words. And she was like, "I wouldn't do any of this stuff that you do." When I was in middle school, my sister, so hate when she does that. But I wouldn't be acting like you're acting and anything like that. So it's like, but Camilla tried to apologize and everything like that. So towards the end of the episode, Kelsey and Jordana, they talk about what happened, and then Amanda joins in, and Joe is there as well. They have a conversation. Kelsey feels that Juliet is not remorseful about what she's done, because we find out that Juliet is in Miami and she's at the Super Bowl. And I remember seeing that on Instagram, Instagram feed, and her crew and everything like that. They were at the Super Bowl. In Tampa Bay. So, of course, Kelsey's like, she's not remorseful for anything that she's done because you're partying in Miami. Like, and Joe was like, they didn't take a chance to like just sit down and reflect about what they did. And so Jordana says, I don't think Juliet is in love with Sam. And then Amanda was like, how do you know that Juliet doesn't love Sam and everything like that? And then Jordana was like, just see Juliet as like a liability for everything like that because of his brand. What brand? Like, what brand does Sam have? Like, really, I'm not trying to be funny, but like, what brand? What does Sam do? What brand does he have to protect? Let's be real. What brand? What brand does he have that he needs to protect? And then Kelsey was like, his family, what his family does. Okay, his family. Okay, his family brand and everything like that. And then Amanda was like, you don't know Juliet. Like, I've known her the longest out of everyone. It's like, she's not like that. Of course, she needs to be held accountable for her actions. But like, okay, they go on private planes. They do this. They have vacations. Okay, what's new? And then them bringing up that I think Tate brought it up that Sam said that he was going to buy Juliet a Range Rover. And then someone said, oh, to bribe her to like not fight on the island. And then they play back the clip of where he's saying that, I'm going to buy you a Range Rover. And I said that was completely random. Like, you're going to buy her a Range Rover? Like, random. But he was like, as long as we don't, let's make a pact to not fight on the island. And so they're shocked at that. Of course, he's not holding her accountable for her actions. He's just giving her gifts to, like, sugarcoat stuff. And Kelsey was like, if I would have done that, then Max would have held me accountable for a situation and everything like that. And so basically the big question is, how is it going to be back? How is everybody going to be when they go back to Siesta Keys? So that is how the episode ended. And, it looks like next week is going to be interesting because why is Chloe back? Why is Chloe back? If you say you're done with the show, why are you back on the show? But then also Chloe tells Kelsey, like, it seems like you're jealous. But we will see. We will see what happens next episode. So you guys, I will see you later. Okay? Peace, love. I love you guys. Bye.